What's up, everybody? Mark with Coffee and Toys here, bringing you another G.I. Joe Classified Series unboxing and review. Again, I've said this before in my other video, but I'm saying it again because there are so many G.I. Joes that have dropped this week at my house. We might as well just call this Keep Joe-tober going on strong. But today, speaking of that, I've had a couple people ask me where I got this, and I don't remember where I got it. So I apologize. I can't remember what this brand is, but there's the brand of it. And they released them a couple of years ago. I've got a blue one with the Cobra logo. I've got this crimson one, which I should have wore for my other video, honestly. And then I've got a black one with the Arashikage symbol. And I don't remember. They were announced a few years ago. It seems like I bought all three of them. Maybe they're still out there. I apologize for not remembering. But again, there's the logo. If anybody knows what that logo is, that's how you can find these. Hopefully still find these beanies. But that being said, today I'm very excited because I'm going to review Cobra's favorite saboteur, and of course that is G.I. Joe Classified Series Firefly. Let's talk about it. So, maybe some of you are new to the G.I. Joe Classified Series, and this is the first time you get an opportunity to have Firefly. That being said, we did get Firefly early on, and it was one of those crazy things where they were coming to Target and no one was getting them. And if you found a Firefly, you were very fortunate. If you didn't find a Firefly, you were paying extreme markups. Not as much as the Viper, mind you, but it was pretty hard to find a Firefly. I was fortunate at the time to find all the figures. I was just in the right place at the right time, but whatever. But the point was, a lot of people were kind of on that Firefly. I thought it was a great Firefly figure, but it did kind of deviate away from that nostalgic version 1 Firefly that a lot of collectors were really clamoring for in a 6-inch line. So, fast forward to 2023, and here we have a definitive, what seems to be anyway, a definitive version 1 Firefly figure. And I myself am very excited to review this figure. So without further ado, go ahead and hit that like button while you're here. And if you don't know, I review the figures in the box and then I take them out of the box. We kind of play around, accessorize with them, and then I give you my final thoughts and maybe some other comparisons. I'll tell you right now, I do not have that version 1 Firefly anymore, so I apologize. I will not be able to do that direct comparison in this video. But that being said, let's hop on over and look at G.I. Joe Classified Series Firefly version 2, version 1, depending on how you look at it. All right, here we go. We have G.I. Joe Classified Series Cobra Firefly. And of course, right off the bat, you see that he is in that classic version 1, just like the 1980, what was he, 84? Was he 83? Somebody dropped me a comment. I can't remember if he was 84 or 83. I never owned V1 Firefly as a kid. I'm a V2 neon green guy. But that being said, I do love what I'm seeing right here. So of course, we do have that beautiful kind of digital figure render, and then just all sorts of crazy explosions happening in the background. We got an umbrella and some, I don't know what's going on down here, but it is absolutely crazy. Of course, we can only assume that Firefly is behind all this. And over here we have the beautiful artwork of him wearing his infrared goggles. And of course we see what his loadout is going to be. And he does come with quite a bit, it looks like. Of course, we have the Cobra logo, Cobra Firefly at the bottom. Spinning around, we do see that this is number 84 in this series. It's just absolutely blowing my mind that we're creeping up closer and closer to 100. And of course, we have that dumb QR code, which Hasbro, you really need to fix that because I'm tired of it not going anywhere. Take it to the iconography page. It's not that hard. A webmaster could do it in 5 minutes. So, spinning around to the back, we do see that Cobra Firefly stands 6.3 inches tall, and he comes with a plethora of weapons and accessories. Can't wait to get into that. He looks fantastic. Of course, we got a close-up over here of the digital camo on his face mask, and of course, showing his allegiance to Cobra. And of course, down here at the bottom, I'll just go ahead and zoom in so you can see, oh, he is to the nines in that iconography. But you'll be able to see on the screen what exactly he can do and what his specialities are, what his role is, but I think it's pretty obvious that he is the Cobra Saboteur. All right, so with that being said, we'll spin around to the final side, seeing that beautiful artwork in a little more detail. And again, Hasbro, if you ever want to just release the entirety of these prints, I really think people would probably buy them. I know there's a few I would pick up, that's for sure. But yeah, there we go, G.I. Joe number 84, Cobra Firefly. And yeah, I think with that said, let's get this guy out of the package and see what all the fuss is about. Okay, there we have it. We have Cobra Firefly, but before we get into this figure, I just wanted to point out something. I noticed this actually on the last review I did, and I just forgot about it. They have started already reintroducing some plastic, because they were, if you remember, they were cardboard tied in to the package. It was like a cardboard string type. They've now went back to starting to use plastic inside the figure box. So that's very, very interesting that they are doing that. So very interesting. And of course, if you want to see that, that is how they are doing all these inbox figures now with the card art surrounding the figure. But that being said, let me get that out of the way. And yeah, Cobra Firefly, here he is. Wow is all I have to say. This is just like, this is everything you wanted your 4-inch Firefly to be, and then some. It's just, looks wonderful. Let me go ahead and give you a zoom in on that head real quick, just so you can see the detail. He's got some piercing blue eyes, and I can't remember if the first Classified Series Firefly had that blue of eyes or not. I will point out that there is no scarring on the face of this Firefly. If you recall, if you own the original Firefly from the Classified Series, his face was definitely scarred up, and this one is not. So maybe version 1 Firefly from the Classified Series is an older Firefly that's, seen more action than, say, this one. But yeah, there's his face, and of course, if I zoom back up on the figure, you can see he has everything. He has the 3 grenades. He has the ammo pouches. He has the knife, the sheath for his knife right there. He has a gauntlet protector that might be some sort of communication device. I'm not sure. We've got smoke grenades. We've got all sorts of crazy C4 explosives right here. I can only assume that's what those are. I mean, he is loaded, and we've got a pistol holder. Geez. This guy is armed to the teeth, ready to go. Of course, as a figure goes, you can see he does have a turn at the neck. He does 360. He does bend right here at a ball joint as well. He has pinless elbows. What is this? Well, ladies and gentlemen, it looks like my Firefly comes with battle damage. Yeah, I'm not sure what happened there, but definitely got some battle damage on the arm. Oh well, it's minor. Actually, just kind of looks like a wrinkle in his outfit, so I'm not too worried. He does have that butterfly joint right there. Has it on both sides, actually. And of course, what seems to be a new torso, because that I don't remember this being part of that might be a new torso, or a new midsection, rather. I think everything on this guy, for the most part, is new. Very cool. So, of course, he has pinless knees as well, double jointed knees. And of course, he's got just typical dark gray boots on. So yeah, very cool. Very cool indeed. Just spin him around more time so you can see from the back. I am liking what I'm seeing right now. Very, very happy to own this figure. Of course, Firefly does come with a number of accessories, which I actually forgot to unpack. So we're going to unpack them real quick. Of course, if you don't remember or don't recall, you do get these ammo crates that have their name on it, and of course, number 84. So I'm just going to unbox it real quick. Drop the box down there. Of course, you get the typical paper that has the weapons inside of it. And oh my goodness, all sorts of things rolling around. Wow, we got a lot of accessories. So I'm just going to pull them out as I get them. And the first one, of course, we're going to get is the classic Firefly backpack. So look at that. I'm going to zoom in so you can see that a little bit more. First thing you notice is that little red LED screen and a keypad. And of course you see he has some grenades loaded in here. And just all sorts of kind of crazy stuff. And got a few different pegs to put things on. We have a peg at the bottom as well. And a peg right here. So we'll have to figure out what all goes in those. Of course, back in the day, you could open this up, and that is where you would see his wrench and some of the other tools of his trade. So let's zoom that back out. So we have the backpack. We have his goggles, night vision goggles with green and red points of color. Of course, the rest is cast in black, just fits right over his head. We have what appears to be two landmines. I guess I will be showing you one since I decided to drop the other one. With a red detonator on the top. two of those. We have his classic submachine gun. Now the stock does not seem to fold on this, so that's fine. And it does come with a clip. I just have to find it. So there's the Uzi, or the submachine gun rather. And I'll zoom in so you can get a better look at it. Maybe if my phone will cooperate with me. There you go. You can see some of the detail in the gun. And of course the straight clip goes right into it. And there you go. We also do have a silencer, which I believe can go on either the Uzi or the included, that we'll get to momentarily, the pistol. Well, let's see if it actually goes on there. Yes, it does. So there you go. That's more like the classic Firefly gun we know and love. There we go. And like I mentioned, he does come with a small pistol. This is pretty common. You can put that silencer on it as well. He does come with a small knife, cast in black. And then he comes with a little tiny remote with the number 3 on it. I don't know if it's a countdown or what exactly it is, but he does come with this small remote, which one would assume controls this very cool radio-controlled car with a little explosive box on top of it. The wheels are articulated, so you can turn each one of them independently. Very cool. And my assumption is this also attaches to the backpack. So yeah, that is Firefly with all of his accessories. Of course, let's go ahead and get him accessorized and see what he looks like fully kitted out. All right, here we have it. Firefly fully kitted out with all of his accessories. And I wanted to point out something that I realized about 2 seconds after I stopped recording the last segment. And that is he has the same marking over here. This is actually a zipper. And it's much more detailed on this side and easy to see because you can actually see that zipper on this one. When you compare it to the other side, I don't see the zipper as much, and you can probably see my confusion why I thought it was just damage. But they are actually zippers on the figure, and that's kind of cool. I like that. So my apologies. There's no damage to the figure. But another thing I noticed, allow me to zoom in on the gun for a second specifically. So there's his gun, looking just like the classic Firefly gun. Also look at his knife. As I mentioned earlier, they're all cast in black, which is perfectly fine. I have no real issue with that. Except when I actually look at the box art, and in the box art, they are cast in green and black. So as you can see, the knife hilt is green. His assault rifle is green on the end, just like the classic toy of the 80s. And for some reason, I don't know if mine is a defect or if they just cut some cost and decided not to paint those. So if you're watching this review and you've gotten a Firefly, let me know, because I'm kind of curious if I've just got, a one from the factory didn't get painted, or if they actually did skimp out on that. But that being said, I thought I would also show out just kind of how the kit looks on him overall. So turning him around, you can see that everything fits together. This peg is used for the assault rifle if you want to put it in there. The remote control car fits at the bottom, plugs in, and of course the landmines just stick straight to the side. And yeah, it's great. As I've said, I like when my figures can completely hold their gear. And he certainly does that. It's also nice because the backpack actually helps hold this web gear down from floating, an inch above his shoulders. But yeah, there he is. There is Cobra Firefly. I mean, if you guys were waiting for a V1 of this guy, this is it. This is your A-list Cobra guy. This is a figure you definitely should be picking up. He's still available, most retailers, online. I think they're even starting to show up in the stores a little bit, but I don't think anybody's going to have a hard time finding this figure for retail cost, or maybe a couple bucks extra if you want to order it out of country. But yeah, definitely glad I picked this figure up, even though, I'm sad that I'm missing a couple of paint applications, but that's a minor gripe overall. It looks great. I'm glad we've gotten it. And tell me in the comments below, have you picked up this figure? Are you waiting for a review like this to tell you yeah or nah? I'd really like to know what you guys think about it. But that being said, I'm Mark. You've been watching Coffee with Toys, and I will see you later.